If you can think like a six-figure coach, it's only a matter of time before you get there. In this video, I'm about to show you 25 ways to do that. So if you're serious about growing a six-figure coaching business, keep watching, because this might be one of the most important videos you see all year. Hey, my name's Jason Moss. I'm a multi-six-figure business coach, and I've helped thousands of coaches grow their businesses. Before we dive in, if you're looking for a roadmap that you can follow to help you get more clients more consistently, I put together a free Get More Clients guide for coaches that walks through so much more on my best advice. It's completely free. All you got to do to get it is click the link above or in the description down below. Okay, so the first way to think like a six-figure coach, I've got my trusty notes here to help me. You own your place as one of the top coaches in your niche and charge accordingly. You play at the top of the market, attracting clients who want the best because you see yourself as a premium coach who fully owns her value and worth. This is how high-level coaches think about what they do. They see themselves as the best among all of the coaches out there. So you can embody this mindset too, and this is how successful six-figure coaches think. Number two, you sell the crap out of what you do. You aren't afraid of talking about your offers, what makes them special, and inviting people to work with you. You see marketing and sales as a generous act of service, a gift you give others to help them get what they really want. One of the biggest reasons that coaches hold back when it comes to making sales or just showing up and talking about what they do is because they're afraid of coming off as salesy. It's this mindset that's grounded more in like a self-focused place versus seeing what you do as an act of service, as a way of helping people get what they really want. So don't be afraid to sell. The best coaches own sales unapologetically as an incredible way to help their people get what they really want. Number three, you invest in high-level mentors and coaches regularly, not because you're stuck or struggling, but because you value your time far more than your money and know you'll get there faster with help. That's not how I think about making investments today. I mean, I continue to invest in our business, not because I'm stuck or struggling, but because I want to get to where I want to be faster. And this is how really high-level coaches think. And they're also the types of coaches who are making investments in themselves. They're not the kind of people who are just twiddling their thumbs all day watching free YouTube videos, no offense, saying, I can figure this out myself, or, maybe I can do this myself. They're the kind of people who get in the room with professionals and experts who can accelerate their growth and get them to where they want to be faster because they don't have time to mess around. They're serious and committed to what they do. And number four, you don't rely on inspiration to move your business forward. You create structures and routines to support you in showing up consistently, even when you don't feel like it. Inspiration is not a great way to grow your business. If you're waiting to feel inspired to create content, you're going to be waiting a long time. Sometimes inspiration strikes, and it's great when it does. I love it. But the truth is, successful coaches who see themselves as pros don't wait for inspiration. They create structures and routines, and so they're sitting down consistently, even when they don't feel like it. There are times where you just got to kind of put your butt in the seat and get going. And so the best coaches do this. They're professionals. They don't just wait around for inspiration. Number five, you're intentional versus reactive. You focus on doing the things that will build the business that you want 6 to 12 months down the line, rather than chasing shiny objects or short-term opportunities to generate quick bursts of cash. A lot of coaches come to me in this more kind of short-term mindset. It's like, how do I get the clients this month or this week? There's nothing like terribly wrong with that. But here's what I've learned through scaling past 6 and then multiple 6 figures and then soon to be 7 figures in our business today. What starts to happen as you grow is you start expanding your time horizon and thinking in more long-term perspective. You've got to invest into things like building the infrastructure in your business or getting clarity on your messaging to show up in a certain way. All of this stuff is not like quick win thinking. And so as you start to widen your time horizon and think more long-term in your business, you start thinking in quarters or even half years or years instead of months. This is one of the biggest keys to success. And really high-level coaches, this is how they think about growing their business. Number 6, you are the living embodiment of the result you offer clients. You work every day on closing the gaps between how you're living your life and who you know your ideal clients want to be. People work with you because you are the thing, and they know it before you say a word. The thing that's going to get people to want to work with you is far more important than what you say, who you are. When people see you and they go, you're the thing that I want. You are living the life that I want. You are the person that I want to be. And they feel that sense of congruence between what you're selling at the highest level and who you are. That is when you're able to attract clients to you. The best coaches look at every area of their life and they ask themselves, where is the gap or the disconnect between what I'm selling and how I'm showing up? If I'm a health coach talking about, living my best life and feeling really fit, are there moments where, maybe I'm not doing doing that. Or maybe, I'm kind of falling off the wagon, things in my lifestyle that maybe aren't the best for my health. How can I clean that up? And this is not meant to be like an exercise in judgment or shame or anything like that. It's more just awareness, noticing, okay, my real job on the deepest level is to become more and more of who I know that my ideal clients want to be every single day. So when I can close that gap, people see me and they feel my energy and they go, yes, like this guy is the thing. And when you can do that, it's so much easier to get clients. Number 7, you believe there are more than enough great clients out there for you. You're incredibly selective about who you work with. Set the bar high and turn people away who aren't a good fit. This is an abundance mindset around getting clients. And successful 6-figure coaches, this is how they think. They're not like, oh my God, I need to work with everyone because I'm afraid that there aren't gonna be enough clients for me. They know that there's more than enough. They're not chasing after clients. They're not showing up with all this needy energy on sales calls because they ground every day into this abundance mindset around clients. But it's something that you can practice. This is an energy that you can close your eyes 5 minutes before a sales call and just imagine a world where there are clients falling from the sky and you've got a full roster of people who are working with you in a wait list. That is something that you can imagine before it's even manifest on the outside. And when you can show up in that abundance mindset around clients, this is when more clients are gonna come to you. Number 8, you trust yourself enough to make decisions quickly. Prioritize taking action over excessive thinking. Growing a coaching business is not a game of thinking. I mean, thinking plays a role in it. I'm not discounting thinking is important. Really, at the end of the day, action is what moves your business forward. Not spending 3 months, thinking through your niche or trying to figure out, whether you've got the right offer, but going out there, getting on sales calls and selling it and seeing, hey, is this landing or is it not landing? And when you can show up in that energy on a daily basis, it's only a matter of time before you get to hit 6 figures. Number 9, you show up like people already know you're the real deal instead of trying to convince them you're worth hiring. Credit to Kim Arjet-Singer, who introduced this concept to me. This is this whole idea of high-level coaches are not trying to convince or sell or prove their value to other people. They show up knowing other people know that they're the real deal. And so what you can do is you can look through your content, you can ask yourself, I've done this many times and I catch little things all the time in my content where it's I feel like I'm talking about my credibility there in a way where I'm really trying to prove to the person that's reading it that I'm really good at what I do. How can I clean up that energy and start to show up more with this sense of they already know I know my stuff. I don't need to sell that. When you go into a doctor's office, the doctor's not spending 10 minutes telling you how great he or she is. You go into the doctor's office, they walk out with that white coat and you just assume this person knows their stuff because they're a doctor. That's just who they are. And same thing for you as a coach. The more you can do this, the more clients you will sign. Number 10, you place just as much of a priority on becoming a great business owner as becoming a great coach. You invest time, money, energy, and attention into developing your skills in both of these areas. Being a great coach is not enough. The coaches who are the best oftentimes are not the ones that are making a lot of money. And on the flip side, there are a lot of coaches out there who maybe aren't as good coaches, but really take the time to develop their skills as business owners with marketing and sales, and they're crushing it. They're running, 6, 7-figure coaching businesses. So the thing that makes the difference is not the quality of your coaching skills. Not saying that isn't important. You got to be a good coach. You got to be able to help people, of course. But equally important, if not more so in many cases, is your ability to show up and communicate what you do in a way that when other people see it, they go, yes, that makes sense to me. And the best coaches, the most successful coaches financially, are the ones who commit to developing their skills in these areas. Number 11, you fully own your personality, your weird quirks, all the things that make you you, and you show people who you are in your content. Dial up what makes you different and aren't afraid to be polarizing. This is really hard to do. There's always this impulse to want to water down what I do and who I am. Because I'm afraid hey, if I just show up fully and authentically as myself and I show people fully who I am, there's gonna be people out there who don't wanna work with me. That is true. When you show up and share, who you are and all the weird little quirks about you. And for me, it's my spirituality or where we live or the fact that I'm not really a cat person or, my cancer experience. These are parts of my story that when I share them, they're polarizing to certain people. Certain people hear those things and they're oh, this guy's not really for me. Here's the flip side of that though. When you share those aspects of yourself with your audience online, there are going to be other people who see those things and go, wow, this person is amazing. Like this person is exactly who I want to work with because they're so much like me. The more opportunities you give for people to feel connected to aspects of you that maybe you're a little bit afraid of sharing, the more that you create that opportunity for that connection. That's how you get clients. So don't be afraid to show up fully as yourself, to be polarizing, and to dial up what makes you different. Number 12, you feel like an imposter and do it anyways. You take action from your deepest place of truth, the part of you that knows you're incredible at what you do. Look, we've all got imposter syndrome. All the limiting beliefs and the narrative of the ego that's just trying to keep us safe. Okay, that's there. So what? What are you gonna do with it? Like that is the question that the six-figure coach is asking themselves. It's not like, okay, I have these thoughts. Oh my God, I need to like stop and maybe that means that I'm not qualified to do this. It's like, okay, there's a thought. Like my mind is telling me some story about how I'm not qualified. Okay, I appreciate you trying to keep me safe. Like, thank you very much for that. And I'm gonna go do this thing because this is what I really wanna do. That is the mindset of a successful six-figure coach. And number 13, when you see another coach who's more successful than you celebrate them and get curious about how they did it. Are you the kind of coach who is scrolling through Instagram and when you see another coach who's talking about how much money they're making or blah, 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 maybe it's even me, and you go, screw this guy. He's just a scammer. He's just some white guy. You know, that's probably why he's making all this money. Do you have a narrative or story of judgment? If so, it's very difficult to get to that place because your subconscious mind is not going to allow you to become something that you hate or judge. We got to develop an empowering mindset around what success looks like, which means when you look at these people and they're more successful than you celebrate them. You're like, oh, that's awesome that so-and-so is making so much money or so-and-so has all these clients. How'd they do it? Let me take a look at their content or their marketing and see if I can learn some things. And the more that you can do this, easier it becomes to create success in your own business. Number 14, you take full responsibility for your results rather than blaming the algorithm, your niche, the economy, or anything else. Is your content not getting visibility? Okay, well, is it the algorithm's fault? No, it's yours. You can learn the principles and join our Coaching Launchpad program and learn more about like what it actually takes to create content that attracts people to want to work with you. The difference between blaming external factors for, the reason you don't have what you want versus taking accountability and full responsibility is everything. Because when you take full responsibility for your results in your life and your business, you have the ability to change things. Versus if you're just blaming stuff that's outside of you, that takes your power away because you can't do anything about all these other things that are outside of your control. You can take your power back by taking full responsibility for every aspect of your business and the results that you've created up until this point. The good news is you have so much more power to actually change those things. Number 15, you see yourself as a world-class professional, so you don't coach for free. You own your value and charge accordingly. If you go into a doctor's office, do you expect the doctor to give you a free doctor session? No, you expect when you go to the doctor's office, the doctor is going to charge you for what he or she does because that person's a professional. You accept that like when you work with a professional, you're buying something, like this costs money. Like this is just a part of the exchange of energy. And the same thing works for your business too. Like, are you the coach who's going out and giving away a bunch of your coaching for free? And maybe you have this narrative or this belief around, oh, I need more practice, or oh, if I just give someone a bunch of free coaching, they're gonna like fall in love with what I do as a coach and then graduate into paying clients. By the way, that almost never works because when you give somebody something for free, you're teaching them not to value it. And those people are almost never going to be the people who graduate into paying clients because they see you as the free coach. So stop with all the free coaching. Really own your value today as a professional. Number 16, you show up in your marketing with the energy of how can I give rather than how can I get. You play the long game, leading with value and focusing on building long-term relationships versus quick sales. Are you the coach who's showing up on social media saying, how can I write a post to get me clients? I just want clients, get me clients, get me clients, get me clients. Or are you the kind of coach who's showing up in the act of service saying, got all these people I want to serve out there. What can I give? What are the challenges that they have or the things that they want? How can I create valuable things that are useful for them? That's what I'm doing when I'm recording this video. I'm not thinking about how can I get a client. The results, the outcome, of doing these things are clients, but they don't come with the energy of get. Because when you show up with that energy, you're pushing people away versus the energy of service, of contribution. When people see you in that energy of generosity, they want to come closer to you. It's attractive. That is the energy that's going to get you more of the clients that you want. Number 17, you love money and you love making more of it. You have empowering beliefs around money because you've done the work on yourself to develop them. Be honest with yourself. how do you feel about money? When you see other people who are making a lot of money, do you feel judgmental? Or do you feel like they're taking advantage of people or scamming people or ripping people off? Are you afraid that if you make more money, the people that you love are gonna abandon you? Or if you make more money, it means you gotta work harder. It's another limiting belief around what it means to make more. These are all examples of beliefs that if you have them, they create an invisible force field in your life and your business that holds you back from growing your business and making more. It's like you got one foot on the gas pedal and another foot on the brake. You've got to fall in love with people who are rich. You've got to be the kind of person who feels like making money is a good thing. You can do this work. It's not impossible. You can shift these beliefs over time, regardless of what your beliefs might be about money today. And once you do that, oh my God, it becomes so much easier to make more money and grow your business as a result. Number 18, you know who you're here to serve and unapologetically own your niche and the people you help. You know you're not for everyone. Are you the catch-all coach? The kind of coach where I go to your website and it's like, I can help you with your finances and your relationship and your health and your business, and you're trying to be everything for everyone? Or are you the kind of coach who says, I'm not for everyone. I'm committed to being the best in the world at one very narrow specific thing. That is the mindset of a high-level coach. That is why people, like me, get paid so much money to do what we do, because we only do a very small, narrow, specific thing. I'm not helping everyone with everything. I'm not a general life coach. I help people grow coaching businesses. That is the only thing that I do. And as a result, I can charge a lot more. I'm much more successful. So this is the mindset of success when it comes to getting to six figures as a coach, narrowing your lane, being specific, and not being the kind of coach who's trying to be everything for everyone. Number 19, you protect your time and reserve it for people who are serious about working with you. You don't waste time with lengthy connection calls or coaching for free in the DMs. How much time are you spending going back and forth, doing all these sales calls, doing follow-up calls where you answer all these questions and continue to spend more and more time investing more of your energy into dragging these people along in your sales process? High-level coaches don't do this. They just don't have time. I don't have time to drag people through my sales process. I show up in the energy of look, if you're committed, you're the kind of person who's ready to go, great, let's do this. And if not, okay, you're just not for me. I don't have a million hours to spend on a sales call trying to talk you through every fear and concern that you have. That is the energy that you can bring to your coaching business. And by the way, as a result, when you do this, people will match you at that energy. And you're actually helping people grow and expand through your marketing and sales process by doing this, because you're holding them to a higher standard. You're basically saying, look, if you're ready to rise, you're ready to get to the next level in your life or your business, your health or relationship or whatever it is that you help people do, this is how you need to think. This is how successful high-level six-figure plus coaches think about what they do. Number 20, you know yourself to be smart, resourceful, and great at solving problems. When you get stuck, you ask empowering questions like, what's one step I could take to help me figure this out? Instead of spiraling into self-doubt, overwhelm, or shame. Running a business, growing, scaling a coaching business is an endless conveyor belt of problems. Every day I wake up, there are new problems in my business. It's great. I love it because I'm a problem solver. So when I hit snags or something doesn't work, I don't go, oh my God, everything's broken. I need to give up and go back to my corporate job or whatever it is. I get resourceful and I tap into that inner resourcefulness that I have and that I know that you have, and you guys just ask yourself, okay, well, what do I need to do to solve this problem? What's the first step I can take? Who can I call or who can I reach out to? Or maybe there's a mentor or a guide you can tap into to help you with this. And this sense of inner resourcefulness is such a huge part of growing and scaling a successful coaching business. You're not stuck. You just gotta tap into that part of your mind that is resourceful and learn to ask better questions to help you kind of get through those roadblocks and ultimately create success. Number 21, you set clear boundaries with clients. You honor your business hours, start and end calls at agreed upon times, and have specific channels where clients can communicate with you. Are you the kind of coach who, people are just texting and emailing you at all hours, sending you messages to your personal phone, and there's no boundaries around what you do and how you protect your time? If this is you, there's an opportunity to clear things up here. And this is great because high-level six-figure coaches, the way that they think about what they do is they've got really firm boundaries. And when you can set boundaries, it actually builds respect. And as a result, it's more attractive and it becomes more easier to grow and scale your business. And also, it just becomes more fun because if you don't have any boundaries, people are just going to walk all over you and you're going to end up resenting working with people. For many reasons, having boundaries is really important. It's one of the biggest keys to success. And six-figure plus coaches, this is how they think about what they do. Number 22, you build a team to help you grow. You let go of control and empower others with different strengths to contribute their unique genius to your business. Are you the kind of person who's saying, I can do this myself. I can, have control over it and make it, the perfect thing that I want it to be? By the way, if you feel this way, this is full transparency. This is something that I continue to work through in my business. It's something that I struggle with letting go of control. I'm a control freak. I like doing things myself. And I've learned over the years how to do a lot of things myself. But as I've grown and as I've scaled, one of the biggest keys to success for me has been surrounding myself with people who are also really good at what they do, and not just being the kind of person who's like, oh, you can do this small little thing, but like really like empowering them and letting go of control and saying like, hey, I want you to like take leadership here. This is like higher level, leadership when it comes to actually empowering your team. There's just a limit to how far you can go. And six-figure coaches, one of the biggest things that helps them scale to that level is they become really good at empowering others to help them grow. Number 23, you simplify, focusing on the few key things that will move the needle. You stick with the boring, tried and true, rather than getting distracted by shiny objects, new tactics, or complex strategies. Here's the truth. I've been building online businesses for almost 20 years now. The things that work to scale an online business, the principles, don't really change. They're actually pretty boring. The things that if you show up and apply day after day after day, the things, by the way, that we teach all of our clients inside Coach and Launchpad and all of our higher level programs, these are the things that successful coaches anchor into and look for. They're not constantly chasing the new marketing strategy for this season or the shiny new tactic. They're focused on what are the principles that if I can understand and learn about marketing or sales or how to show up and build my business, these are the things that are not just gonna help me in this season, but years and decades to come. This is how six-figure coaches think about growing their business. Number 24, you're all in on your business. Coaching is not a side hustle. You live and breathe it through and through. Oh man, this is a big one. And even if you're not a full-time coach right now, coaching is on the side. There's a certain level of like internal commitment. When you decide you're all in, like I am 1000% committed to growing my business. This is not like plan B. This is not just something I'm doing for fun on the side. People feel you differently. I want to work with the kind of person who's not just doing this on the side, but this is like living, breathing everything for them. Your clients want that too. So when you can show up with that commitment first and foremost in yourself, you're going to attract people, not only more people who want to work with you, but also people who are all in on committing to themselves. And as you go first, as you become the person that you want your ideal clients to be, you'll naturally attract more of the types of people that you really want to work with. And that brings us to number 25. This was an epic list. I hope you found some value here. You believe 1000% in the value of what you do. You know working with you will change someone's life forever. And in your heart, you believe it's one of the best decisions anyone can make. You've got to sell yourself on you before you can sell anyone else. And so if there are gaps there, if there's a part of you that's like, I'm not totally sure, I don't feel like fully grounded in my value, we need to take a closer look at that. And again, no shame, no judgment, but day after day after day, if you can ground more and more into that energy of like, I am a freaking badass at what I do. Working with me is such a no-brainer. If someone works with me, it's gonna be the best decision they ever make in their life. That is the energy that gets you clients. Okay, so hopefully you're feeling activated and inspired and ready to go in your coaching business. And if you're the kind of coach who's ready to get mentorship and support to help you hit that next level in your business, start signing more clients, scale to 10K plus a month, get on track to go full-time, Coach and Launchpad is one of the best programs on the planet to help you make this happen. We've literally poured thousands of hours of our heart and soul and money and resources into making the best roadmap on the planet for coaches that walks through marketing and sales and niching and offer and everything that you need to get on track to signing more clients more consistently and build a wildly profitable coaching business. So if you're the coach who's ready for mentorship to help you get to that next level in your business, I'd love for you to submit an application to work with us. There's a link down below in the description, or depending on where you're watching this, might be above or somewhere around this video. And just fill out that application, takes a couple minutes, and we'll review it, and I'll reach out to you personally with the best next steps for you. I hope you decide to take that next step, and either way, I'm rooting for you 1000% in your business. And if you enjoyed this video, you're definitely gonna love that one too. So click the link on the screen to go check that out, and I'll see you in the next video.